Alright, welcome to, this is a JapanTree.com production. Welcome to this series, JapanTree.com Yakitori Kanji Series. In this video I'm going to show you how to use the website to study kanji using mnemonics. So let's get to it. So JapanTree.com. Up here we have the kanji story navigation. So we've got a list of the kanji, and then also a list of the keywords worksheets for practicing how to write the kanji, and then also a link to the paperback workbook and our video series. So this is a neuroscience approach to kanji. So I'm going to show you here just quickly how to use this kanji list to study through the kanji. So this list is of 1700 kanji, shortened from the 2000 that the Japanese government says that you should know, because there's a lot that aren't essential. So the difference with this method of the kanji is you're trying to go through as many of them at a time as you can to get used to the kanji. You're not worrying about absolutely learning and perfectly memorizing each of the kanji. You're trying to get used to them, seeing the patterns. So that's what you want to do. So you want to try and do chunks. So let's say if you were able to do chunks of 100 at a time, just getting used to them, you could do the whole list in 17 sessions or sittings, whatever, and that's really important, being able to get through the whole list quickly, just getting used to the kanji, and then going back through in that same way to get more familiar with them. But so now I'm going to show you how to do that, how to get familiar with them, get used to them. In our first column here we have the number of the kanji, so the kanji's number, the kanji itself, and then its keywords. So for instance, for the first kanji, it's the kanji for the number 1, the kanji for the number 2, kanji for the number 3. And then so here, further down, we've got the kanji for child, and so then this next column over has the kanji again, and it's a link. So it's a link to an external page where there's more information about each of the kanji if you wanted to know that information. And then there's the components of the kanji here. So total, which was our fourth one, was fourth kanji there was total, and then the kanji for 1. So those two combine to make the kanji for child. Each of the kanji in this list goes through a special order where you're learning each new kanji only after you learn the components of that kanji first. So that way you're not saying anything new when you learn each new kanji. You're just combining components that you've already learned. Okay, so now how do you remember those components that make up the kanji? We are doing that using mnemonics, and so for example, for the kanji for woman here, if you scroll over the kanji, there's this helpful tooltip that pops up. So just like that we see. Also, if you scroll over any of the components, so like the kanji for woman is a component in the kanji for like, so it's woman plus child, and if you scroll over the component, it also pops up there. So you have this tooltips that pop up. Okay, and then so inside this tooltip we've got the components that make up woman, which is hiragana ku, katakana no, and 1 in kanji, which we already had, that we've already learned. So then the reading for it, the onyomi reading, is Jo, as in G.I. Joe. And the mnemonic that we can remember is, so Japanese female ninjas were called kuno-ichi because it was the strokes to make up the character for woman. So kind of like the sword swipes for the Z in Zoro. So now you can kind of do a visual mnemonic in your mind's eye. You can think about this next thing. So who would win in a fight between Kuno-ichi and G.I. Joe? So G.I. Joe is our way of remembering the reading of this character, Joe. And you can have a visual of this Japanese female ninja, this Kuno-ichi. She's fighting G.I. Joe. She knocks him down, and with her sword, she swipes a Kuno-ichi into his cheek with her sword strokes. And that's how you remember the pieces that make up the character for woman. But so, like that, you can go down through this list using mnemonics to remember the components of each of the kanji. And you want to do them in large chunks and just get used to them. Don't worry about getting all of them right. So that's a tutorial of how to use the website. I hope it was helpful for you. Please check out JapanTree.com/kanji. Thank you.